Hey guys, this is Lynn. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Wigless Wednesdays. I'm going to be talking about my experience with ghosting. Just sit tight, I'll be right back. I am not at all ashamed of the fact that I am single. I've been single for a while. I was seeing someone, he was the result, or I should say he was the reason I even started sharing these little bits of myself on YouTube. So, this has been an ongoing thing. I've been single for a while. It's nothing new. I'm okay with it, I guess. I mean, I don't want to be single. If it was my choice, I wouldn't choose to be single. But, it is what it is. I've learned to accept that it's just going to be what it's going to be. So every now and then, a person intrigues me, it piques my interest, and we go out and do some things together. So on Tinder, I'm gonna have to get off that damn Tinder because it ain't shit. It ain't for me. I started talking to this guy. We've been talking for a little while, and it was going pretty great. And so the phone conversations were just off the chain. Like, we were just vibing and meshing, and he had so much good, clear insight, just about life in general. And he's a thinker, and I like thinkers, and he was a conversationalist. And as you guys already know, I like to hold several conversations. So we were talking. This had been about like 3 or 4 weeks at that point. So finally we agreed to meet in person because I was like, well, let's see if this vibe translates in person. And we hooked up. We went out to dinner, and sat there and had a conversation. We sat there maybe about 2.5, 3 hours. Afterwards, we ended things with a nice hug, and it was just a really good experience. Like, we had a blast, and I just enjoyed him, and it was very good. It was good for me to actually see that vibe that we had on the phone translate to in person. Okay, so that was Tuesday of last week. So I noticed dude's conversation started to like wane off. Like he was responding sometimes, he wasn't responding sometimes. And that was pretty typical because he wasn't that great of a texter to begin with anyway. So I wasn't tripping on that. I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing way more talking here than you are. And I don't want to spend too much more time talking to myself. Like, I like to talk, but not to myself. So let me just stop texting and see, if this dude gonna respond to me, or if this dude's gonna like say something else beyond me reaching out. Sure enough, I stopped texting on Thursday, and it is Tuesday of the following week. I have not heard anything from my boy. So it kind of put me in a mood, and let me explain what I mean. So it put me in a mood because I'm like, if you could have such a great conversation, such a great interaction, or such a great date with somebody, and then you just totally ghost them, like totally fucking ghost them. Like, people are still doing that. Like, I don't understand how you could have such a great interaction on the phone, in person, and then all of a sudden it just stops. I don't get it. So part of me could, if I hadn't already deleted this number, part of me could have reached out and said, hey, like, dude, what happened? Are we not talking? Are we still trying to get to know each other or something? I could have done that, but then I'm like, why? Because I feel like if you really wanted to talk to me, you would talk to me. And that's honestly how I feel about so many different situations and circumstances in my life, that I'm not going to run behind anybody. I'm not going to hound anybody. If you want to be in my life, you're going to be in my life, regardless of what it is I do or don't do. And if you want to be in my life, then I'm going to treat you accordingly. I'm going to treat you like someone I want to keep in my life. And I expect to be treated the same way. So I guess the point of this whole video for this week is, like, don't devalue yourself by feeling bad because of the way people act. Because people are going to act a certain kind of way, and that has everything to do with them and not you. So before I finish, let me just say, I know it looks like I recorded this in 3 different sessions, because I did. Busy day, couldn't get it all out in one little session. So same day, but different times in the same day. So anyway, that being said, I guess what I wanted to say is, this experience with this ghosting by this dude taught me a couple things. First thing is to how to understand that just because you have a connection with one person doesn't mean it won't happen with someone else. And so my situation with Chocolate, I felt like we had a connection, but that didn't translate over to like real life. And my connection with chocolate was so strong and so real, or at least I thought it was. I thought I wasn't gonna find it with anybody else. And I met this new person, and man, it was just there from the very beginning. And so I'm like, well, oh wow, finally, this is somebody that I feel like I can really connect with. And it turns out this dude ghosted me. So, and I don't know why. I just can't, speculate. I'm definitely not going to call. I can't even call because I deleted his number because I'm good with deleting numbers. But anyway, I guess when I try to look at everything from the perspective of gratitude, I'm grateful for a few things. Number one, that I did have a great time. I did find a connection with someone, and it was great and magical, and all this good kind of shit and energy was there. Number two, I'm grateful for the fact that I kept my composure. I didn't, do what I normally do and send 10 million messages trying to figure out what this was and what that was. I just let it be. I'm grateful for the fact that I was able to just kind of let it be, because that's normally not me, which shows that I've grown and progressed. And number three, it reinforces the fact that I feel like you should not run behind or chase behind anybody. Anyone that wants to be in your path will be in your path. Now, I didn't block old boy, okay? I didn't block him. I'm just not going to have a conversation with myself. Not going to do it. He can reach out to me if he wants to, but he hasn't. So I'm looking at that as I got ghosted. Now, did I ghost him or did he ghost me? I don't know. But anyway, don't chase people. Seriously, just let them be. They're going to be who they are, okay? And that's it. So, that's it. Guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Click that little red subscribe box and the bell icon next to it so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video here to my channel. I'm so grateful to have you this time with you on Wednesdays, and I hope I can continue to be consistent, bring you quality content, a little bit of my crazy ass self every week. I will talk to you and see you very, very soon. Remember, like I always say, be better today than you were yesterday, and be better tomorrow than you were today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.